Welcome back to 5 Minutes With on Buzz TV. I'm your co-host Mike White with Bob Zinsser, and we are meeting with business executives talking about leadership skills, qualities, and how they're growing companies in Jacksonville, Florida. Joining us today from BYOB Movement Worldwide Consulting is Gerald D Rogers. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your company and how you got started.
Well, I initially got started, I always had a desire to understand how money works. And as a graduate of Florida A&M University, I thought my initial path to financial success was to become a professional athlete. And when that did not pan out, I said, you know what, let me position myself based on my education to take full advantage of the market. And I've always wanted to be that person who controls my own financial narrative and not having anyone say, you're valued at this. So anytime you put information in your mind, then you're going to always have the ability to leverage the playing field and execute on that level. So that's really how I ingratiated myself in the mortgage lending, commercial real estate development, and anything having to do with financing, then that was the order of the day for me.
Who is a typical person that can benefit from your service?
Actually, everyone, because at the end of the day, most people have been conditioned and we've been taught how to operate from linear income, where we exchange time for dollars, or even transactional income, i.e. sales. But if you don't have a residual component, understanding how to really transfer wealth from generation to generation, then you're going to always be at the mercy of the economy and scales of the economy. So the skill set gives you the ability, no matter what the economy is doing, right, to operate. And that's why philosophically we call it be your own bank, because banks make money off of movement. So we want to teach people when the economy is favorable, fantastic. When it's not favorable, fantastic.
So you go in and coach them.
I coach them, teach them the skill sets, how to identify market patterns, and at the end of the day, taking advantage, because believe it or not, there's no such thing as a recession if you understand where the fish are located.
I like that. In the BYOB, be your own bank. I love that.
Yes.
Obviously, there are a lot of financial people just here in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're everywhere, from the big companies to the independents. I met some new people yesterday of companies that just started.
Mm-hmm.
One right down the street here. What makes your approach to things and the things that you talk to your clients about, what makes you unique?
What makes us unique is ours is education-based, because when you look at how we've been taught, particularly here in America, education is everything, but 95% of the population always has and always will fight for 5% of wealth. It doesn't matter what level of education they've been able to accomplish. And then the converse of that is 5% of the population controls 95% of the wealth. So you got to ask the question, how is it that 5% are in control? And they understand how to make sure money's always working for them. So we take you from pre-K, not knowing anything, and as you gain the skill set, it's no different than someone going through a 12th grade education and matriculating into college and postgraduate. But the fundamental thing, people, when it comes to finances, is not difficult. It's just different.
Yeah, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume you're an advocate to promote in the education system at a very early age how to balance a checkbook.
How to balance a checkbook, but also, too, understanding the dynamic of money. Because just think about it. The foreign exchange market itself, where everything happens, $6.6 trillion every single day that people have access to. But because it's been hidden in plain sight, then our responsibility is to open up the eyes, the hearts, and the minds of people, and let you know that you have the ability. It's just not a primary focus throughout our educational system. Yeah. So that's why there's a large gap in different communities because of exposure.
So being exposed, what is the greatest advantage that someone has from getting, consulted by your company?
The greatest advantage is, at the end of the day, you have the opportunity to really create your own personal financial narrative. And think about it, if someone has to physically leave their residence, then they're going to always be at the mercy of what's going on in the economy. I mean, we all experienced it when the pandemic hit, right? And everyone who supposedly thought their revenue was secure, it was completely eradicated. But the economy didn't happen,
Right.
So as many people in their 401k plans, because there's in trading the market and investing, That's a portion, but many people lost a lot of money because they didn't understand how to get compensated on the falling of the market. And I think that's where we make the difference in that regards.
I appreciate you coming on the program today and sharing us a little bit more information about Be Your Own Bank.
Thank you.
Gerald D Rogers. Thank you very much for coming on.
All right.
Thank you, Gerald.
Thanks for visiting us on 5 Minutes With. To find out more about Gerald D Rogers, visit us at iwannabuzz.com. We'll see you next time on Buzz TV.